You try to eat healthy. Whole grains, fresh vegetables, low-fat dairy, the foods you've been told are good for you. But what if some of those so-called healthy foods are quietly destroying your joints? The truth is, after 60, your body changes. Your cartilage gets thinner, inflammation lingers longer, and your metabolism becomes more sensitive to what you eat. That means the foods that once supported your health can now fuel pain, stiffness, and even permanent joint damage, without you realizing it. In this video, we'll uncover 5 popular healthy foods that may actually be wrecking your joints, and 5 powerful foods that can help protect and even rebuild them. These aren't exotic ingredients, they're everyday foods, probably sitting in your fridge or pantry right now. If you've been dealing with sore knees, aching hips, or stiff hands, and nothing seems to help, your diet may be the missing piece. Because what you eat doesn't just fuel your body, it shapes your inflammation, your cartilage health, and your long-term mobility. So stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to add to your plate to stay active, flexible, and independent for years to come. And if you care about staying strong and pain-free after 60, don't forget to subscribe. We break down the latest science into simple, senior-friendly advice, so you can feel your best at every age. Let's dive in. Your joints aren't what they used to be, and that's not your fault. After 60, your body goes through changes that make joint health harder to maintain, and diet plays a much bigger role than most people think. First, your cartilage, the flexible tissue that cushions your joints, begins to wear down faster than your body can rebuild it. At the same time, your production of collagen slows dramatically. Without enough collagen, joints become brittle, less cushioned, and more prone to pain. Then there's inflammation, the hidden culprit behind most joint damage. As we age, our immune system becomes more reactive. That means small dietary triggers, even from healthy foods, can cause chronic low-grade inflammation that attacks your joints from the inside out. Add to that a slower metabolism, reduced blood flow to the extremities, and the natural drying of synovial fluid, and you've got the perfect storm for joint pain, stiffness, and long-term damage. But here's the good news. Diet is one of the few factors you can control daily. By avoiding inflammatory foods and adding in the right nutrients, you can ease joint pain, improve flexibility, and even protect your joints from further damage. And that's exactly what we're going to do next, starting with 5 healthy foods that may actually be making your joints worse. Let's talk about 5 foods that many people think are healthy, but which could be quietly damaging your joints, especially after 60. First up, whole wheat bread and granola. These are often seen as healthy staples, high in fiber, low in fat, but they both contain gluten, a protein that can trigger inflammation in people with even mild sensitivities. Many older adults develop this sensitivity over time and never realize that their joint stiffness or morning swelling might be linked to the toast or cereal they eat every day. To make matters worse, many granolas and healthy breads are packed with added sugars, seed oils, or preservatives, which further amplify inflammation. If your knees feel stiffer after breakfast, consider switching to gluten-free oats or sourdough and see if you notice a difference. Another unexpected trigger? Tomatoes. They're rich in antioxidants and vitamin C, but they also contain a compound called solanine, part of the nightshade family. In some people, solanine can cause joint flare-ups, especially in the hands and knees. It doesn't affect everyone, but those with osteoarthritis or autoimmune arthritis are particularly sensitive. If your symptoms get worse after eating spaghetti, chili, or tomato-based soups, the sauce, not the seasoning, might be the problem. A third common offender is low-fat dairy, especially skim milk and flavored yogurts. Dairy can be healthy in moderation, but when the fat is removed, what's left is often a concentrated mix of sugar and casein protein, which can irritate the gut and trigger inflammation. Add to that the artificial flavors and sweeteners found in most diet yogurts, and you've got a cocktail of potential joint stressors. Many people over 60 report better digestion and less stiffness when they switch to full-fat dairy or plant-based options like unsweetened almond or coconut yogurt. Number 4. Soy products like tofu, soy milk, and edamame. While soy contains protein and can be part of a balanced diet, it also contains phytoestrogens, plant compounds that mimic estrogen in the body. For older adults, especially women after menopause, excess soy can disrupt hormone balance and increase inflammation in joints. Plus, much of today's soy is genetically modified and processed, which may further irritate the immune system. If you rely on soy every day, consider cutting back and rotating in other protein sources like eggs, fish, or lentils. And finally, one of the most overlooked sources of inflammation, high fructose fruits like grapes, mangoes, and dates. These fruits may be natural, but they're sugar-dense, and that sugar, especially fructose, raises uric acid levels in the body. That's the same compound responsible for gout, and it can also trigger low-level joint inflammation even in people without a diagnosis. Smoothies with bananas, mangoes, and dates might sound healthy, but for your joints they can be a sweet disaster. Try reaching for low-fructose options like berries, green apples, or citrus instead, and keep portions in check, especially at night. These 5 foods might look innocent on your plate, but for aging joints, they can quietly fuel pain, stiffness, and long-term damage. The good news? Knowing what to avoid is the first step toward relief. Now that we've covered what to avoid, let's shift the focus to what your joints actually need. These 5 foods aren't just safe. They can actively help reduce inflammation, nourish your cartilage, and restore flexibility. And best of all, they're easy to find, affordable, and delicious. First up is fatty fish like salmon and sardines. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, these fish are nature's anti-inflammatories. Omega-3s help calm the immune system and reduce swelling in joints, especially in people with arthritis. They also help preserve cartilage and improve mobility. Just 2 servings a week can make a noticeable difference. If you don't eat fish, high-quality fish oil supplements can offer similar benefits. But always check with your doctor first. Next on the list, berries. Blueberries, strawberries, and tart cherries are all packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins, which fight oxidative stress and reduce joint pain. In fact, several studies have shown that tart cherry extract can help reduce arthritis flare-ups and improve recovery after physical activity. A handful of berries a day is a simple, natural way to nourish your joints, without the sugar overload of tropical fruits. Our third healing food is avocado. It's rich in healthy monounsaturated fats, vitamin E, magnesium, and potassium, all of which support joint structure and reduce inflammation. Avocados also help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and K, which are crucial for maintaining strong bones and joint tissue. They even contribute to the production of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps joints moving smoothly. Another powerful addition? Turmeric, especially when combined with black pepper. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatories in the world. It works by blocking certain molecules in the body that drive joint pain and swelling. Black pepper boosts the absorption of curcumin by up to 2,000%, so always use them together. You can sprinkle it on roasted vegetables, mix it into soups, or take it as a supplement. And finally, we have collagen-rich foods like bone broth. Bone broth contains gelatin, collagen, and amino acids like glycine and proline, the exact building blocks your body needs to repair cartilage and connective tissue. Drinking a cup of high-quality bone broth a few times a week can support joint repair from the inside out. You can also supplement with hydrolyzed collagen powder, which dissolves easily into coffee, smoothies, or tea. These 5 foods, omega-3 rich fish, berries, avocado, turmeric with black pepper, and collagen, form a powerful toolkit for joint protection. They won't reverse damage overnight, but over time, they can help reduce pain, improve flexibility, and slow the progression of arthritis. Knowing which foods help or hurt your joints is only half the battle. The way you eat them matters just as much, especially after 60, when digestion slows down and inflammation becomes harder to manage. That's why having a smart, joint-friendly eating strategy can make all the difference. First, pay attention to timing. Try to eat your most nutrient-dense meals, especially those rich in healthy fats, protein, and anti-inflammatory foods, earlier in the day. Evening meals should be lighter and easier to digest. Eating heavy, sugary, or inflammatory foods at night increases the risk of overnight inflammation, joint stiffness in the morning, and even poor sleep. Second, be mindful of pairing. Don't eat high-sugar fruits, grains, or starches on their own. Always combine them with healthy fat or protein, like pairing berries with plain Greek yogurt or sweet potato with olive oil and grilled salmon. This stabilizes your blood sugar, reduces spikes, and lowers the risk of inflammatory responses. Third, watch your portion sizes. Even healthy foods can become problematic in large amounts, especially fruits and grains. A serving of berries is a small handful, not a full bowl. A portion of fish is the size of your palm, not your plate. Focus on quality, not quantity. And finally, listen to your body. Joint pain, fatigue, or bloating after meals is your body sending a message. Try keeping a simple food journal for a week. You might start to notice patterns that reveal which foods help you move freely and which ones are holding you back. Eating for your joints isn't about perfection. It's about small, consistent choices that reduce inflammation and give your body what it needs to repair and move. One meal at a time, one choice at a time. That's how real change happens. So what have we learned? The foods you eat every day, even the ones labeled as healthy, can either feed your joints or quietly damage them. After 60, your body becomes more sensitive. Your cartilage wears down faster, inflammation lasts longer, and small dietary mistakes can have big consequences. But here's the good news. You have more control than you think. By removing just a few harmful foods and adding in those that reduce inflammation and support repair, you can start feeling a difference in your knees, your hands, your hips, sometimes in just a few weeks. You don't need a complicated diet. You need the right building blocks, in the right combinations, at the right time. And now, you know exactly where to start. So, here's your challenge. For the next 7 days, eliminate just one of the joint-wrecking foods we talked about, and add in at least one joint-healing food each day. Then come back and let us know what changed. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or family member who's struggling with joint pain. And don't forget to subscribe, because every week we share science-based, senior-friendly tips to help you stay strong, flexible, and independent for as long as possible. Take care of your joints, and they'll take care of you.